Hey everyone. So today I thought we would do something a little bit different. It's going to be called the My First Time tag. Now, get your minds out of the gutter because we ain't talking about that kind of my first time. That's not for YouTube. Sorry, I need a coffee break though before I can really get talking because I feel like I have no voice. No, it's gonna find a spot where I can sit. Sorry. Okay. So there are 25 questions on this tag. Now I'm sure that the questions vary. I just kind of Googled it and wrote them down. So I guess we'll just dive right in. So I got them all written down here. I'm organized. I got chicken scratch for writing, but I organized today. Typically for my videos, I'm not organized at all. Y'all see, you probably see that. So the first question is my first tweet. And I will be honest, I do have Twitter, but I don't really use it. I actually originally got it because I thought you had to have it to look at other people's tweets, and at the time, this band that I used to go and see all the time, they got one, so I got it just so I could kind of follow it, but I don't use it. And it's actually, most of my stuff goes with Music Lover 420, like my YouTube name, but that one actually is like Stay True BU or something with some numbers thrown in there and what have you. So yeah. Next question is my first YouTube video, and I actually can't remember if it was a dog video or what. So we're going to quickly go on. I'm just going on my page here, uploads, scroll down, let it load, scroll down, let it load. This could take a minute because I know I got a lot of videos, so we're just going to keep scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Oh, we're getting somewhere. It's a lot of ways to go. It's not going to let me go all the way down. I think it was either like one of the dogs or a cat or something. It wasn't something like really spectacular. But I originally got my YouTube account just because after I turned 18 or whatever, I was getting sick and tired of like wanting to listen to like a music video and then it being like, are you 18 years of age or older? Sign in to prove it. So I just kind of made the account, and that's why the name doesn't really go with what I do on here, but I don't see the point in having a whole bunch of channels. I don't like that idea, so I'm just keeping the one, and that's why the name is still Music Lover 420. So anyway, first person I subscribed to. I don't honestly know. I know I didn't really start subscribing to people until I really started getting into watching a lot of stuff on YouTube, but I can't honestly tell you who the first person I subscribed to was. I've subscribed to a lot of people, and I subscribed to viewers that subscribe me, so it's a constant kind of thing, so it's hard to say. My first Facebook profile picture, I can actually show you guys. Don't laugh at me, it was a long time ago. I just gotta get to my Facebook profile. See, I'm half organized, but not really organized. See? Smart Kayla I am. Profile pictures. It's just loading. I have quite a few pictures. I'm not one of those like selfie people who takes like tons of them, but so that was it. That was a very old picture. That was, oh shoot, I think I took that picture in like 2005 or 2006. And then the next one, let me ask for that one, but yeah. That was me way back in the day. Don't I look so pleased? I don't know why I thought it was cool to just kind of sit there and like look at the camera like and look all angry, but that was me. So, alrighty. Next question. Do you still talk to your first love? Not anymore. We have a very strange relationship. It's really confusing. It'd be really hard to talk about it on here. It wouldn't really make much sense. It's kind of one of those toxic type things where you shouldn't talk to them, but when they start talking to you, you just kind of are like, I have to talk to them. It's kind of a situation like that. It's not a good thing by any means. Now this one kind of made me laugh. It's your first alcoholic drink. Now, when I read this, I mean, I think everybody kind of like sips and stuff when they're kids, where their parent is just like, try a bit of beer. My parents didn't do that, but you know what I mean? Like that does happen. But I'm not really going to classify that kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure my first drink like was either peach schnapps and Sprite or some sort of like vodka or something like that. But I'm pretty sure it was peach schnapps. Pretty sure. I don't drink that much, so it's hard to say, but I do remember the first time I drank, I got pretty drunk. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was peach schnapps. My first job was working at a gas station, besides like babysitting and like newspapers and stuff like that. I worked at a gas station actually for a couple of years, and it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It wasn't too bad for me anyway. First car, I don't have a car. My dad actually did get me a car a long time ago. It was just like kind of like a beat 'em up car, if you know what I mean, like an older car. But it ended up having a lot more problems than he originally thought, so we just ended up, I think he scrapped it or something. The first person that texted me this morning was my sister Chantel, asking me about the guinea pigs and just random things. She texts me all the time. The first person I thought of this morning, well, actually, it was my roommate, and she was in the bathroom, and I really had to pee, and I was just kind of sitting there thinking, what is she doing in the bathroom? Because, like, there's no shower, there's music playing, and I can hear her talking a little bit, and I was just kind of like, what is she doing? She was rehousing and feeding her teas, is what she was doing. So I'd, like, knock and be like, I need to pee, please let me in. But, yeah, so that's the first person I thought of this morning. Isn't that a nice story, eh? Okay, so the next question is, who was your first grade teacher? Now, a lot of people probably don't remember their first grade teacher, but I hated school. School was like hell for me, so I remember a lot of it because I hated it. And my first grade teacher, her name was Mrs. Bryan, and the reason I remember her so well is because me and her didn't really get along. She was quite mean, and so I just remember being miserable and hating being around her. My second grade teacher and my kindergarten teacher, though, they were cool shit. And I actually still remember their names. My grade 2 teacher was Mrs. Cook, and my kindergarten teacher was Mrs. Gallimore. And the crazy thing about Mrs. Gallimore is I seen her a couple of years ago, and she looks the exact same. She's not changed at all. Such a sweet lady, though. So if you ever happen to see this Mrs. Gallimore, you are awesome. Great teacher. I absolutely loved her. I actually seen her a couple times. She was like a supply teacher and what have you, so I thought that was pretty neat to throw that out there. But yes, she was awesome. Do I talk to my first best friend? Yes, actually. We talk on and off. We're not really that close anymore. We were close for years and years and years. I basically grew up with her. My mom was friends with her mom. So we, like I said, basically grew up together. So, yeah. Where and when was your first sleepover? Actually, I think it was with Yenna, my longest best friend. And I can't remember if it was at her place or if she came over. I'm pretty sure we went over to her place. It might have been one of the nights that we like camped out outside or something. We used to sleep over like all the time. So it drove my dad nuts. Next question is, where was your first airplane ride and when was it? My first airplane ride was in, what year was it? Oh, all these, like, trying to figure out all these dates is really difficult. I would have been 11 or 12, and it was to Alberta, Kananaskis, Alberta. I actually went to Tim Hortons camp for 2 weeks, and it was so much fun. Like, one of the best times of my whole entire life. It was great. I was pretty homesick, but other than that, it was just, oh, such a blast. So much fun. First thing I did this morning. Normally what I do when I get up, I'm kind of weird. I normally check my emails, check my Facebook and things like that, and then I start to kind of get moseying around. So, first thing I did was went to my phone. Oh, another thing is deactivating my alarm and letting the dogs out too. It just depends on which way I decide to do it. I'm getting lost in questions here, and something just banged. Of course, noisy animals. My first concert. My first actual concert was 50 Cent, and Rihanna and Cardinal Official opened for him, and he also performed with Lloyd Banks, and Mace made an appearance as well. That was my first actual concert, but I did see Drowning Pool and Saliva only for one song. I went to WrestleMania 18, which is like basically WWE Super Bowl, if you want to put it that way. It was in Toronto, and they each performed a song. So it wasn't a concert, but I did see them before I seen 50 Cent. But 50 Cent was my actual first concert. I've been to quite a few concerts, though, since then. My first broken bone. Ooh, this is a bit of a long story, so I'm actually going to make this a 2-part video because we're already over 10 minutes. So I will see you guys in a moment.